What the hell was that? Hey guys, how's everyone doing? Egg time. Hey Ellen. So, this is my first attempt at Spain. Wait, where's that at? This is my first attempt in doing a Whole Foods. So, I realized that part of the culture differences has a lot to do with what people eat. And sometimes when it seems like it's something very, very strange. Hey, I'm painting stars, thanks. It's actually very, very interesting to know about these foods, where they're coming from, you know, how do people eat it, and what does it taste like and all that. Because I guess this is a little bit exotic for a lot of people, right? Hey, Florence. So, any first-time viewers? Hey Andy, I'm not in YouTube. Any first-time viewers in my scope? If there are, just say me, M-E, so I can say hi and I'll explain to you a little bit what up is this. And alright, there's one. Hey Digital Bath. Awesome. You're not first time here, Carrie. Alright. Okay, so there's a few people that's first time checking this out. My name is John, I'm from Hong Kong. And I scope every other day in Hong Kong. I talk about the food, the culture, the people, the weird stuff, the not so weird stuff, the funny stuff, the not so funny stuff. So if you want to know more about Hong Kong, this is some place that you want to do. This is some place you want to check out. And you can also follow me here on Periscope and Instagram and Twitter if you want to talk to me or anything, yeah? How many t-shirts do I have? Not enough, apparently. Anyway, so Whole Foods. And the reason why I do Ho, H-O, is because of my last name. My last name is actually Ho. So yes, I am a Ho. And I basically use it just for fun to brand my, you know, scopes. So I have Ho interviews, Ho food, Ho travels, Ho some other stuff. And today, we're going to talk about century egg. Cantonese, we call it Pei Dan. So some people might know this, some people might not. Hey Joy, Ho friends. So this is what we call the century egg. Now I'm gonna open this later on so you can have a look at it. But basically this is a preserved duck egg. And obviously this is from a duck. This has not been cooked, but it has been preserved in a way that it's actually edible once you open it. And before I talk too much about this, I guess I should just show you a little bit. Ooh, wife's calling me. Hold on. Hey, babe. Hello. Yes. I'm about to. No, I haven't even started yet. I will do it. Yes. But I'm actually in a call right now. Yes, we'll do. Bye. Wife called. Have to answer the phone call. How long is preserved for? Okay. So duck egg. It's basically the same size of a chicken egg, obviously. Where do you get these from? Okay, so this is you can get this from a lot of places, in supermarket, in wet markets. If you see a place that sells eggs, you can get this. And it's, how much is it a piece? 50 cents. It's about 40 cents a piece, American. You don't have to, this is not a century old, right? Obviously, it's just the name of the egg. There's no dead duck inside. That's a different kind of egg, and it's really disgusting, even in my standards. But I'm just gonna open it and show you guys what it looks like. Okay, it's tasty. I love this. Usually you don't eat this as a whole, so I'm gonna be eating this differently. So no, there's not gonna be ducklings inside. So if you can see it, it's actually dark inside. See it? Now the reason why it's dark, because it's been preserved in a powder, a kind of ash that's actually very alkaline. So how they do this is actually they put the duck eggs into a bath of alkaline limestone of some sort, and so that there's a chemical reaction that happens to cause the white of the egg, or the egg white, to change color. Okay, it looks nasty, I know, but it doesn't taste nasty. Okay, that's the skin of it. It's called 皮蛋. It smells, and the smell can be, it can be a little exotic. Okay, 1 minute. What do you need, Mary? So, why is it black? Because it has been, there's a chemical reaction that happened when they put these duck eggs into a bath of alkaline limestone, so that actually this has already been washed. Now, they usually, when they do this, how they process this is there's also a layer of wheat or not carbs, like you know, the grains. They put it in grains. So what they do is they wrap it in grains, and then they put it in a bath of alkaline limestone, so that they keep it in for maybe a couple weeks, so that it has this chemical reaction, and the egg of it, the color of this changes black, right? Ames loved this. Do you like this, Ames? Awesome. I love this. So I'm just gonna easily like peel this off. How many can you eat? You don't eat a whole, because it's kind of heavy. So you actually cut it as appetizers, and there's different ways to eat this. Some people put it in porridge. Some people eat it as an appetizer with something called jigang, which is a kind of ginger, which is very thin, and it's also like pickled. And then some people also make it with stir-fried vegetables to get another flavor in that. It tastes, I'll tell you what it tastes like, but it doesn't taste salty. It tastes, I don't know, I can't find the words to describe the taste of the century egg, but maybe if I eat a little piece outside, I'll tell you what it looks like. So sometimes when I eat it like just by itself, what I do is I put a little bit of sugar. Yeah, so it's like gelatin, right? You know, this hasn't been cooked before. This is a raw egg, but because of the chemical reaction, this has actually become like gelatin. And we call this 皮蛋. Yes, we put a little sugar in it. This is not the healthiest food you can get in Hong Kong, obviously, but it's one of those like Asian food that I think most foreigners would be disgusted by it, but then the Chinese would be like, oh my god, I love this shit, you know? And there's also different ways to process this, because depending on how you want to use it. So if you talk to a market person, and if they would ask you like, so what do you want to do with the century egg? And you tell them, oh, I want to eat it as an appetizer. So they give you one kind of 皮蛋. And if you want to make it put in congee, or if you want to make it to put in stir-fried vegetables, then they give you another kind of 皮蛋. And the difference is between how milk, like how the texture is inside, because you want somewhat of a solid texture when you stir-fry things, so it doesn't become a mush. But when you eat it as a whole, for presentation's sake, it actually looks like what do you call it? What's my feeling about this? I like this stuff. I don't eat it every day, but I was in the market yesterday, so I bought this. I will eat it, don't worry. And then I wanted to show you guys, because I wanted to do a food scope about this. I know. Well, I don't want to break it, right? So this is a century-old egg. Pook, pook. Okay, so this is when I need to figure out how I should do this so that you guys can see it, yeah? Hold on. Forgot the knife. I'll be back. Alright. So we're gonna cut it open. That's the lighting. Ooh, it's perfect. So you can see the yolk of it. It's also, the color of the yolk is also changed. Yolk is black too. They cost a little bit more, but not a lot more. This is like about 40 cents a piece. But this is, like, if you get these kind of texture, these are actually the good quality of the egg, because you can see the middle part of it still kind of like runny. And this is really good. So this hasn't been cooked before, right? This is just, it has been preserved for maybe a couple weeks with something very alkaline. And the chemical reaction causes the whole egg to change in color and texture and taste. So what we do is, no, you don't eat the whole thing, man. Like, it's too heavy. So I'm just gonna cut a tiny piece and eat it. Obviously my knife is not sharp enough otherwise. Hey Laura. So I'm just gonna get a little sugar. Usually, okay. This is duck egg. Call it 皮蛋. Yeah. And I'm just gonna cut a small piece. This is basically good enough for like 3 people or something. It's a duck egg, yes. Yeah. Wait. Hold on. Hold on, hold on. Chinese, gotta eat with chopsticks, man. Alright. So, put a little bit of sugar. This is really good. This is really good, like, 皮蛋. Damn. I'm gonna go buy this from this lady. Is it made with other eggs? Well, if you use the same method to cook to preserve the eggs, I'm sure you can do it with other eggs as well. I just don't know what it's gonna taste like, right? The taste is, well, the texture is very, like, it's like a solid. It's more of a solid custard kind of texture, and the taste is very strong in a sense that it's savory. It's like you're eating egg, but it's egg that has been, like, the flavor has been enhanced. So if you if you don't think about the color, okay? It's like, what kind of egg is this? And it feels like you're eating eggs that has been sitting there for a while, but the texture is like, the taste of it is actually kind of, it's savory. It's savory. I actually want another piece. This is so good. It's very rich. It's very rich. You don't need to prepare it. You just buy it from the market and then you just open it and then you eat it. So this has been preserved, right? It's not that disgusting, Ames. Okay. I think my wife eats this, but I don't think everyone would love this. It has no MSG flavor in it because it has only, like, it's one of those, like, okay, so how they, this is like a lot of the food out there, right? They discovered the way to do this back many years ago by accident. So you know, there were like, you know, farms back in the old days in China, and these ducks would just run around the places and start, you know, laying eggs and all that. So there happens to be like a pool of alkaline powder, sac fui. What is it called, sac fui in English? And then later on they found out these eggs that has been sitting there for more than a couple weeks, you know, and they're like, oh my god, these eggs have changed color. And you know, Chinese people, they're always curious, so they're like, I wonder what it tastes like. And then they eat it and they're like, ooh, this actually tastes edible. Sulfur. Well, it's not sulfur. No, not sulfur. Sac fui 係咩嘢呢? So yeah, so then they try to, you know, have different kind of ways to actually make this preserved egg. 食緊皮蛋啊. And it's great with congee porridge. This is how it looks like. You cut it into small pieces. This is not, you don't have to cook this or anything. And then you just put it in a little bit of sugar. Yeah, see, a lot of people, they love 皮蛋, right? And then you just eat it. It's really good. Fear factor, yeah, I know, James. The foreigners would be like, what the hell is this? And we'd be like, yum, yum, yum. Right? So, this is the kind that you would eat as an appetizer because it's more runny. And when you eat it, it's just, the texture is better. But when you cook this, this becomes difficult because when you stir fry this, or if you put it in congee, this will melt away. So you don't eat the thing as a whole, and the whole bowl of thing become like, it changed color. So when you go to the market and when you buy this, make sure you tell them like what you want to use with it. And if they have a little bit of knowledge on cooking or the eggs they sell, they would give you a preserved egg or a century egg that's actually more solid, and it's a different way to cook it. It's not difficult to find at all. You can find it in most markets, even in supermarkets. But there are differences in terms of the quality of this. I have tried Tide fried bugs. In fact, back a long time ago, I actually scoped about eating bamboo worms, deep fried bamboo worms. So with these kind of eggs, a lot of them are being made in China, mainland China, and I don't necessarily like those. And I don't trust the source on where they come from. So I asked this lady, and she tells me that this is actually made from Hong Kong, in Saiwan. Unfortunately, they don't want to share the recipe or anything, so nobody knows how they exactly make it. But there is a difference between a good century egg and a bad century egg. So if you were to just buy it off the supermarket on a shelf and you eat it, you might not like it, not because of century egg itself, hey yeah dude, but because how they make it was not well made. So there is a difference, right? I can't believe I'm actually eating half of this. 其實唔係埋喺肚裏邊好耐嘅，其實埋喺肚裏邊我諗2個禮拜，唔係肚咯，係石灰咯，佢係埋喺啲有鹼性嘅石灰度咯。So this doesn't have to be in the ground for like a century, obviously. That's just a word of it. But if I remember correctly, this is, you like the title? Awesome. This has actually been maybe in the, maybe preserved for like 2 weeks or something like that. It's actually super good. Okay. So, I'm not going to eat the whole thing. How long the shelf life? If you don't crack it open, you can put this on the fridge for maybe a couple weeks or maybe even a month. But once it's open, then obviously you have to eat it, you know, in a couple days. But yeah, I'm eating that century egg. Sometimes they call it 1,000-year-old egg. So it depends on who you talk to. But in Cantonese, this is called 皮蛋. 皮蛋. 蛋 means the egg. 皮 is like the skin. I don't know why they use the skin word to represent 皮蛋, but this is what it's called, 皮蛋. Okay? So, yeah, some people call it 1,000-year egg, some people call it century egg, some people call it millennium egg. You know, it depends on where you are, they call it something else. So hey Florida. So this is, and I hope you enjoyed this session of Whole Foods. And we'll find more different food to talk about. And usually I do a little bit of research, understanding how this is being made. 我的小時光大銀行家在線. I don't know that. 我唔識咩嚟嘅. And then we'll be discovering more of Asians' weird food, so that you guys can know more about this. And when you see it, you don't get disgusted by it. Yeah. All right. So. Okay. Questions about the egg? If not, I'm gonna scope out, and I'm just gonna have a random chat with my usuals. Who's done? Why don't I? At least we didn't get to watch a chicken get their head cut off. All right, okay. I guess we don't have any more questions for this, but thanks for tuning in, and we're just gonna have a light chat after this. Yeah. Okay. Peace out.